Oh boy, baby, what a game! The Detroit Red Wings are leading the league in third period comebacks, and this one happens to be one of the most impressive of them all. Now, sure, it's Detroit versus Chicago. You could say, oh yeah, the Blackhawks are bad, the Blackhawks are tanking, they're this and that and the other, but in a game like this, in Patrick Kane's emotional return to Chicago, you had to go out there and give the fans a show. Not just the Wings fans that made the trip out there, but to the Blackhawks fans who want to see their former hero shine as brightly as he once did when he was Mr. Monday Night. Patrick Kane, everybody, goes out here and haunts his former team in a game where the Blackhawks had the lead, but they inevitably blew it. You see, Daniel Sprong got things going at the end of the first period with, 41 seconds left to go in the frame. Very nice shot, very nice goal. Nice to see him up to 16 on the season. Man, Stevie Y better re-sign this guy. Daniel Sprong, what a player. Second period comes and you have 2 goals scored by the Blackhawks. Mackenzie Entwistle gets things tied up, and then it's Nick Foligno on the power play, assisted by Seth Jones and Connor Bedard to give the Blackhawks the lead. Now, we'll get into Seth Jones and Connor Bedard later in the video, but at this point, 2-1 Chicago. I had the game on my TV, like in the background. I'm doing other stuff. I'm not super focused on the game, but it is on. So I'm watching, I'm briefly paying attention, and I'm like, wait a minute, the Hawks are winning 2-1? Okay, well, Detroit has had a very good amount of luck in the third period. They've been very good at forcing wins out of situations where they're down, so maybe they have a chance, especially against a team like Chicago. And then you have yourselves the game-tying goal, making it 2-2 with 4 minutes to go in the third. Alex Debrincat against his former team from a crazy angle. He's below the goal line. He takes a shot right through the upper area of the blue paint, and it goes off the goalie and in. Hey, you can't argue with that. Alex Debrincat has scored his 22nd goal of the season, and this is a pretty good marker for a guy that a lot of people in Detroit would say hasn't really been, the best, quote-unquote. It's kind of weird to say, but Debrincat with his 50 points, or now I guess you could say 51 points in 58 games played, 22 goals. Did he get an assist in this one? No, he didn't, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Debrincat has had a few stints throughout this season where he's been a little bit cold. You can't say that he's been consistent the entire way through, but when he is on, he's on. He started out the season really hot, kind of went a little bit slower throughout the middle portion, but recently has been starting to put it together, especially in this game right here. This caps off what was already a pretty stellar run of 5 points in his last 5 games and 8 points in his last 10. So Debrincat is getting back out there, putting the offense together and making things work. And hey, he better. He signed on till 2027 with $7.8 million as his AAV. So for Debrincat, getting this production very much more welcomed than it is unwelcomed, and it allows the Detroit Red Wings to tie things up in the third period. And in the overtime period, this is where things get crazy, because you can see Patrick Kane scored the goal, but the lead-up, the build-up to this goal, my goodness, I just want to talk a little bit about Chicago, because this duo, the assisting on Nick Foligno's go-ahead goal duo in Connor Bedard and Seth Jones, man, is there a dichotomy of talent and offensive awareness from this duo. The Blackhawks kind of got hemmed in their own zone to open up the overtime period, and it made things even worse because Connor Bedard broke his stick trying to clear the puck in the corner. So for a good, let's say, 20-30 seconds, the Red Wings were just kind of cycling it around in the Blackhawk zone, and Bedard didn't have a stick. So Bedard's trying to hit guys with his forearms. He's trying to shove guys. He's only 5'8", so he's not really able to go out there and do that to the best of his ability, but Connor Bedard had himself that brief, fearful period where he just was trying to hang on for dear life. The Hawks end up getting the puck. They go around their own net. Connor Bedard is able to go to the bench for a change. Just kidding. It's called out by Mickey Redmond that nope, Connor Bedard is not leaving. He is just getting a stick and continuing the overtime shift. And as Chicago is able to continue with their movement, they eventually get it back in the offensive zone. It's in Detroit territory, and you have Seth Jones, who takes the puck on the right side. He tries to walk in. He's got a lane to Bedard on the left side. Bedard has the open shot for the 1T. The defense is not really clearing up the lane too well. If Seth Jones passes the puck to Connor Bedard, probably it's in the back of the net. But Jones, instead of making the cross-crease pass to Bedard, he walks right in. He tries to force a shot on goal. It gets stopped. Good save there by the Red Wings goaltender, James Reimer. He had a pretty all-right game, all things considered. .943 save percentage after all. But it's Seth Jones who tries to be the hero. He walks right in with a shot. The rebound is loose in the crease. Seth Jones takes a whack at it. The other Chicago Blackhawk who's there tries to center it out. And then it's Alex Debrincat who takes the puck, swats it free, and then throws it right up the middle for Patrick Kane to take the puck in on a breakaway, walk right in on the Chicago goaltender and roof it upstairs. Good night. Sleep tight, Peter Mrazek. Sorry you cannot reach it. It's Patty Kane going top shelf in his return to Chicago in overtime to seal the deal. Kane and Debrincat haunting their former team. That is a brilliant story and something that you really just cannot write. Like, these sorts of results, you know, they mean the world to us when we're able to fantasize about them. Oh yeah, Chicago, Detroit, big return here for Patty Kane. Wouldn't it be crazy if he scored the overtime winner assisted by Debrincat? Yeah, it would be crazy. Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. You couldn't write this script in a movie. But my goodness, Seth Jones. I'm sorry. I don't want to, blame anything on anybody. Don't want to say that a game is one player's entire fault, but Seth Jones, bro, you cannot be trying to be the hero when there is an open opportunity for Connor Bedard to get things done. This guy stayed out in overtime for a reason. He's got 39 points in 44 games played. He's the best player on the team. If Connor Bedard was any other random guy, he would have changed when he had that broken stick. But no, Bedard is Bedard, so instead of going off for the change, he gets the stick, and he continues playing, and he had an opportunity to get a brilliant cross-crease pass for the one-timer, but Jones decides to try to do it all himself, and it ends up costing the Blackhawks a breakaway and the game. What a storybook ending for Patty Kane here. I saw a lot of Red Wings fans, of course, they're super stoked about this. I saw a lot of Blackhawks fans freaking out. Seth Jones, what are you doing? This is a good win for the tank. If you go over to the season standings right here, take a look at where Chicago is. They are still dead last. I mean, they've got more games played than the San Jose Sharks. But a loss like this, of course, I mean, you like to see the result on paper. Getting Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard together sounds like a dream. Sounds like Taves and Kane 2.0, not gonna lie. But this game was another one of these situations where you see a guy in Seth Jones trying to make it all about himself, not even trying to use the franchise generational talent that is wide open on the left side. And this guy signed till the end of 2030, making $9.5 million. Maybe this is the real haunting in Chicago after all. Maybe it wasn't Patrick Kane and Debrincat. Maybe it was Seth Jones. Ay. I'm being awfully harsh on the guy, but that play was so bad. I don't even think if you do that play 100 times with another defenseman, they probably make the pass. They don't try to walk in and take the shot there. Jones was completely fixated on trying to make things happen on his own. But Chicago ends up losing this game. Detroit, big comeback victory. Another third period comeback, this time at the hands of former Chicago legends in Debrincat and Kane. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this video. I hope you enjoyed this entire conversation. So that's Trolls 99. And bye.